Where's your other big name at the beginning?
How we doing? How we doing?
Front and centre then, before I got myself on.
Yeah.
Well, welcome, mate. How are we doing?
Not too bad. Not too bad. Missing one of our members again.
I know. Well, we're going to wait till Mulligans come online because I don't see them ticking up on the screen just yet. But as soon as they come on, you better believe we're going to be giving him all sorts of abuse.
Yeah. We'll need to have them in the comment section shouting out, calling them out.
Definitely.
Accountability. That's all we ask for on this.
Well, it's just accountability, isn't it? It's accountability. Speaking of accountability, to start us off, saw the post at the weekend, mate. The dog shit situation is not getting any better.
If anything, I think it's getting worse. And I feel like I'm being targeted because my street, my block, it's out of control. And I think we talked about it before. It's just the thing that makes me even more mad about it is just the people that actually put the dog shit in the bags and then just leave the bags on the ground. Like, you've done half the job. Finish the job. Figure it out. Like, I just don't get it. That's just common courtesy. And you know what? I think people are targeting me because I don't know how they know where I live, but there's just bags all outside my apartment. I can't stand it.
It might not even be dog shit at this point. It might just be like brownie batter, and they're just chucking it on the street and just waiting for you to bite.
Yeah, it's just getting out of control. And hopefully with the change of the daylight savings time and get a little bit warmer up here, people will start figuring it out a bit more. But there should be no excuses for it. Pick up your dog shit. It's out of control.
There's nothing worse as well after it snowed, because you just see how lazy people are, because they've just been firing it into the snow because they know that the next snow is going to come and cover it up, and then when it melts, there's just an absolute trail of destruction all over the place.
Yeah, it was pretty. It's just, I don't know. I don't get it. I don't get why people can't just do it. But so that's our PSA. We got to get it out there. We got to get the word out. I think also too, like, start policing it if you see it. If you see something, say something. That's all I'm going to say.
Imagine that. If you see it, just people kicking each other's heads in on the street in Hoboken because Wiz said, pick up your dog shit.
Hey, it's just, just putting a feeler out there. I walked by. I went for a walk after work today. I see the kiosks. They're full with dog poop bags. Like, use them. You don't even have to go out and buy them. The city's putting them out there for you.
Yeah. Listen, speaking of shit, we're going to get to Packwood when he comes on and giving him plenty of it. But for the time being, he's not here. But thanks very much to everybody who's tuning in right now to watch us, the lads in Mulligans. Hope you're all doing well. Hope it's not too much of a cura today. And Rian's looking after you behind the bar. But yeah, thanks for coming on. Thanks for watching. I'm just trying to work out who might have won Jeopardy. I got to say, it's Flynn's usually the sneaky one, isn't he? Loretta, maybe. She's got the knowledge as well. But we'll see. Who knows? We'll find out. Maybe, you know what? That's a good one, actually. Maybe someone can stick it in the chat.
Yeah.
Stick it in the chat. Who won the Jeopardy this week? That could be the first bet. My bet would be Flynn or Loretta, maybe. But we'll see what happens. But yeah, thanks very much for coming. If you're watching now, a couple of things, really. If you're watching now, you can like and subscribe to us on YouTube. And it's up there now. You can get onto Monday Night Footy at Mullies. And if you're in the bar tonight as well, you know what? If you're in, take a picture. Take a picture of the screen. Take a picture of you watching the telly. Last week I got a cracker of someone giving me the bird right in the middle of it, yeah, which was good. But again, tagged it. It was all there. So
yeah, we'll give you a repost out there.
Yeah, there's no such thing as bad publicity, mate. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
We want to see our fans out there.
How was your weekend anyway?
Not too bad. I mean, we'll get to it. I mean, obviously we'll save the Newcastle Everton conversation to when Packwood gets on here. But other than that, not too bad. Relaxing. Just want to see some better results from my team, and I'm not getting it right now. And you guys, though, I mean, I know we were kind of clued into the Liverpool-West Ham game. I know we don't usually start with Liverpool. No, I'm kidding. We usually do. But any thoughts? I think that was just one of those games, just getting the job done. But any thoughts there?
I mean, it looked clinical, didn't it? The first half looked clinical. And then all of a sudden it's like you're thinking to yourself, Hang on, there's no way. There's no way he's won it.
Wow.
Ads was the winner. All right,
Is
mate,
anyone else
all right.
there?
Well, if it was only him and McKelvey, there's no way McKelvey's getting it. But you know, Ads was the winner for today. Fair enough. Do you know what? For me, for Liverpool, I honestly think that it was first half was clinical. The first goal, West Ham weren't great, but Ekitike was solid, and then the finish. Everyone's talking about the finish from McAllister's great snapshot. It just bounced out to him, and his reaction was there. But yeah, you know what? Packwood is here now. He's in the waiting room. Should we just let him in, or should we just make him wait for a little bit?
Yeah,
sweat him
let's get him in.
But you know what? Actually, you know, while the lads in Mulligans are on, we'll let him in and we'll just zing him with this straight away. He's here now, isn't he? There's no way he's got his sound on, has he? And he's messing about already. We'll see how long it takes you.
We're live right now. We can't.
We can't be messing about. He's on mute and everything. Yeah, you are. All right, I'll tell you what.
This
we'll
would
find
be great. If we have him the whole episode, he can't.
Shut up. Shut up. Have no
business.
fear. Packwood is here. That's
Shocking
the motto.
business. All right, listen. Well, you know what? While you're here, we will wait. I was going to try and throw this out at the beginning of the show, but now you're here. I think it's fairly potent to bring this up. So,
Do you
Wiz,
know
go back to it again, Wiz. We'll just say, how was your weekend again?
Oh yeah, I mean, the Saturday was lovely. Met up with Anthony, a couple friends at Mully's to watch the games. 10 a.m. kickoff. Have a nice job. Brings his daughter. We're having a great time with his daughter. We're having an amazing time. He obviously needs to take off a little bit earlier. She put in a good shift at the bar, but it was time for her to get back home. So he's like, "Hey guys, we're gonna clear. Hey guys, I'm gonna head out. Let me know. What the tab is. I go to clear out our tab. There's a tab from February 1st.
It's funny. I got this. This is the text message that I got the other day. Can you believe this? It's unbelievable. This is the text message I got, and it was just an absolute rake of bar tabs. And poor Al and poor
Rakes. Rake.
Look at that. There's at least 3 there with your
My good name.
massive letters at the top.
My good name is being tarnished. Can we look at the games from February 1st?
That doesn't matter.
Why would I be? My good name's being. I trust the lads behind the bar to death, but I'm telling you, there's been gamesmanship here, not by them, by one of you lot.
No, I'm telling you, hand up.
So I drank all that by
Hand up.
myself. I'd be dead. You can't tell me I'm a lightweight and then tell me I did 17 beers by myself.
Listen, if it looks like shit and it smells like shit, chances are it's shit. Look at that. It's got your name written on the top and everything.
No, I can't get more.
It can't get more your fault than that. Just anyway, just as you
Again,
say,
I
hashtag,
trust.
pay attention to the hashtag and just pay your bar tabs. Come on. Bartenders work hard. Yeah. You've done it.
Making a lot of noise, too.
Making a lot of noise. Well, very nervous over there. Very nervous. Do you want to settle down? I'll put you on mute for a little bit. Anyway, we've already talked about Liverpool as well, Packwood. That's the
strike
problem
one to you. Strike one.
About being late. But yeah, Cody
Gakpo
got his nice little cut in on his right foot job again. Do you know what makes me like? The best thing about watching Liverpool at the moment is just Frimpong's face. Just makes me laugh, and he just looks like he's having a laugh all the time. And when he scores the goal, and he's got the big, I don't know, when he scores the goal, he's got the big smile on his face, and he's like reeling off. It just cheers me up. There's a lot of negativity at the moment. He loves
being at Liverpool. He loves being there.
Did you see?
You seen Gary Neville? What he's saying?
What?
Gary Neville reckons she's going to finish 4th.
I think we'll finish 4th now, looking at it. I think United will finish 3rd. I think we'll finish 4th.
You change your tune.
Well, that's football, isn't it? Listen, if I was that much of an expert, I wouldn't be sat here, would I?
Talking to us. I watched you. You were fine, whatever. I don't think you were good. I think West Ham were shocking.
I think it's a bit of both. I think we did well in spells, but yeah, Frimpong's face. That's all I need. That's keep me going. I'm gonna post a picture of it later. It just cheers me up. The lad looks like a genuinely happy fella.
I'm assuming you haven't got to the Everton Newcastle game yet.
No, we're gonna build up to it a little bit because I figure. Well, we'll try and spring along a little bit because there's a lot of games this weekend. We've got a quick turnaround as well because there's games tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. So Wolves beat Villa Friday night 2-0.
Boss.
Telling you, they're having an impact on the league. They've got us. They've got us on Wednesday at home again, and we've got. Oh no, sorry, they've got us tomorrow, and then we've got them again in the cup as well. So we're basically going to stay in a Holiday Inn in Stafford for the next 3 days, and then just pop down to Wolves for 2 games this week. But yeah,
These will be fine.
Big result. Yeah, we'll get to it. Bournemouth 1, Sunderland 1. I watched that. Very blah.
Where are they? They're 11th v 10th or something like that. 12th v 11th. It just felt like that kind of game.
Yeah,
I think I texted you on Friday afternoon. It was a tough one. It was a tough one to watch.
Nothing going on. A little bit toothless. There's nothing to fight for them. And they're just going through the motions, aren't they? They're evenly matched in mediocrity.
I'd argue this because the way that it's going to work this year looks like last week they came out, didn't they? And they said the Champions League will go down to 5 spots, or 5 spots would get into the Champions League in England, which is ironic because the Scottish League, they're going to take one away from them. And it's probably been the best Scottish Premier League for the last God knows how long.
Yeah.
Well, they had Aberdeen were the last team to win the Scottish Premier League outside the old firm, 1985, I think. But this year's brilliant. They've got 4 teams that are in around it. But the point being is, you probably think Arsenal, Man City are playing in the Carabao. So then you've got one of those places is probably going to go down to probably 7th or 8th. So at the moment, Everton are in 8th on 40. Bournemouth are in 10th on 39. So if you can put a run together, like I was saying the other day to someone, like any of these teams from 13th up, 14th up can put a run together and get themselves into Europe. I reckon top 8 gets Europe now, the way that it might shake out. Because you got to think one of the top teams is going to win the FA Cup as well, aren't they? Like you know, City or Arsenal.
Yeah.
Or Newcastle.
But you never know, do you? Even Newcastle, you never know. But all right, and then the next one.
It won't be Everton. We know that.
Continue. Don't nibble, Gareth. He's feeling sassy because he's having a good hair day. Don't.
I know. All right, Burnley 3, Brentford 4. I watched this. It was an absolute beast of a game, and it was. I feel like it was handball at the end. For those, I don't know if anyone agrees with me or not. I feel like it was handball on. Is it Ashley Barnes that?
Yeah.
How long's he been there now? But
forever.
I feel like it was handball.
No, he's been and come back, hasn't he?
I think that's what it is, isn't it? But the way that he controlled it, it's obviously influenced the direction of the ball, which is unlucky because it was a good finish. But like JJ Watt is in the crowd, and he said the same thing. He said, if it takes 10 minutes to figure it out, it's not clear and obvious, is it?
Yeah.
So, you know what? In that respect, you just give the goal and get on with it. But killer that as well, because Brentford scored in the 93rd minute, and that goal was in the 97th minute. But it got chalked off, so Brentford won 4-3. And then that brings us, so we've knocked out 4 already. That brings us to Newcastle 2, Everton 3.
So I've got to stop texting predictions and not putting the bets on. So I text you two. You were in the text, weren't you? And I said 3-2 Everton. And my heart wasn't in it. I just felt there was going to be goals. And then I decided, in my wisdom, not to put the bet on, and it was 3-2. I also texted my mate and said, I watched Timber the other day. I think he was class. I think he's going to score today. And he went, don't say he's going to score, put an assist on. Didn't do that. So it's fucking backward shitty parlays, whatever you want to call it. But
well, not to mention you also picked the wrong centre back to score for your
team. I had O'Brien to score at any time, and Tarkowski to score at any time, and it's obviously freaking the other fella, Branthwaite, crops up and gets it. So yeah, I'm retiring. I'm shit. Not as shit as some other people, but shit. But
great header from Branthwaite, though. You got to give it to him. That was nice.
But you know, is something I'm going to say on these games. Watch how many times they'll do the zone, and then the lads that are following the runners. It's such a mismatch. Like Tonali was on Branthwaite. How tall is Tonali? He's not 6 foot, is he?
5'11",
max.
Maybe.
But then on every corner, he was on Branthwaite. And I was in a few games as well. McAllister's always tracking a centre-back from the other team. And he's decent in the air, don't get me wrong, but he's not, you wouldn't have him as an imposing defensive figure. But it happened a few times. It's absolutely mental. But no, it was good. The Liverpool game, West Ham, they look shit, but you looked bang up for it. You're getting some structure, you're getting some continuity, you're getting some bit of a flow going. We looked okay, but I think Newcastle just looked crap. Kieran Trippier looked about 98.
Well, he's out with OnlyFans models, a couple nights before.
He turned like the Titanic. He was an absolute victim the entire game. He made Beto look like a star striker. And then do you see the sitter?
Well, no, Nick Pope made Beto look like a star striker, let's be honest.
Who was the defender who Beto charged down, kept it in, and then had one-on-one with the keeper, and he twatted it against the bar? Who was it?
Was that Trippier?
I think it was. I'm not certain on that. But anyway, yeah. It was more the case in this game of we looked okay, but you just looked toothless.
Yeah,
and
without
goals,
Bruno out there.
Yeah, it's bad, isn't it?
And what's tough about it too. I was telling Gary before you jumped on, but I only got to enjoy 3 minutes of that game. If you look at the actual timestamps of the scores. So let's recap. So first 20 minutes, I'd say you guys were the better team. I think we saw that goal coming. You guys were getting the better chances in the first 20 minutes. So you guys scored that. Ramsey scores to tie it up, 32nd minute. I'm still celebrating. 34th minute, Nick Pope is just flop. I don't even know what was going through his mind, but
the slowest reaction.
There's highlight reels of this guy. When are we going to make a change there? It's so I'm
You've
done
still
with
got
Nick
Ramsdale,
Pope.
haven't you?
Yeah, but even him, he's not. I don't trust him either. And then 2 minutes later, so then you get that goal. Okay, we tie it up 82nd minute. Jacob Murphy volley. I think it takes a little bit of a deflection. I'm going nuts.
Yeah.
I've got Paddington Bear. I'm playing with, with Anthony's daughter. I'm still celebrating, and I just turn around and I just see the ball in the back of the net. 1 minute after we scored, I look and Barry is getting tackled by Lewis Hall, and his back is I don't even think he knew if he scored or not.
Well, it was off his ass, yeah.
It's just. How are you that switched off that you're giving up a goal a minute later like that?
Yeah, it's boss.
It's just, I didn't even see. It's just, how does that even happen?
But even for the Beto goal, none of your defenders reacted.
Yeah, they're just standing there.
They're just watching him. We've got one striker, and he's not very good at football. And the keeper makes the dive and then turns around, and it was like slow-mo, and Lewis Hall and Bain are you'll get it. Yeah, oh shit, who's watching him? No one was watching him. It was boss, yeah.
Yeah, I don't understand some of these lineup decisions.
What's wrong with the lineup? Because I didn't think there was anyone. Elanga was the only one I think should.
Elanga should not be out there. I think that they should just play Harvey Barnes on the right wing. But why is Harvey Barnes starting in a Champions League second half when we're up 6-1? Second leg, we're already up 6-1 after the first leg. Why is he starting in that game? Why is Voltamato starting that game? Why? Use a little bit of if it's getting to get out of hand, throw the guys in there. But we're up 6-1. Second leg, they should have had reserves playing in that game. It's just some of these lineup decisions. Elanga's out there. He brings nothing to the table. He's supposed to be the fastest guy in the Premier League. He can't do anything, and he should be tearing apart a guy you guys. Great defenders, tall, strong, not the fleetest of foot.
No.
Elanga should be. And it's just it just seems like such a miss, and it's just a frustrating season. And was going over with Gary. Our next set of games coming up here, we've got Man United midweek, then we've got Man City FA Cup next round at home, then we've got Barcelona in the Champions League, then we've got Chelsea. Then we've got Barcelona and get in the Champions League. And then we have Sunderland.
Dig in.
Dig in. So the next month
Lovely.
I'm gonna be
drunk.
A mental wreck.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the save yet? Speaking of mental wrecks.
Go ahead. Give it.
I have to ask this question. I have to ask this question as well. Because I said this the other week. We said this a couple of months ago, didn't we? And I put it out there, and we got absolute pelters. There's no way. they started listing all these other, and everyone goes back to that Gordon Banks save. But you can't tell me that save on Saturday wasn't one of the best saves in the last 50 years of footy. Like, he's hit that ball so hard, and he's just gone. Poof. I know, right? And he's just got enough on it to tip it over the bar. It was top draw, and he's classed, that keeper. And he's the biggest king of the shithouses. Well, that's it. Like, as a player, when you hit a ball like that, and you're like, that is in. As soon as you hit it, you're like, that is in.
Gary,
and then all of a sudden, the goalie comes out of nowhere.
Like that in our entire life.
I have.
That ball.
I have.
Get to.
Well, you forget, Packwood, that
1996.
Yeah, exactly. I don't give a shit. It was at 19. It could have been last week. Doesn't matter. But like,
do you know what it looked like?
Right, I've hit a ball in a game and I'm like, that is in. And then all of a sudden, this hand has just come out of nowhere and gone, no, it's not. It was a cracking save. Unbelievable.
Do you remember the Shearer volley?
Against Hughes?
Yeah, and it went past Richard Wright.
But even that one, right? You knew he was going to hit it. Like, he took the touch. He was on the turn. That's
Tonali wasn't even in the screen.
He wasn't even on the screen. He just ran in and gone bang. And then, like, you see his reaction after he's hit it. He's on his knees. He's like, what's gone on? And then, of course, Pickford's just like that.
Being Pickford. Because, listen, Pickford's nuts, right? Pickford is absolutely mental. So, like that gives him a bad rep. If he was a bit more, I don't know, PC and, like, played the game a little bit more, I think it'd be...
Is right, McKelvey, is right.
Go ahead, McKelvey. McKelvey knows ball.
Well, didn't this past
week...
He's seen me
shots like that.
This past week, they listed the top 10 keepers on in the Premier League, and they didn't have... I think the 10th guy was David Seaman. So...
Get fucked. But, like, going to the England thing, he's... who's played in more high-profile games?
Yeah.
And so you can say about his little T-Rex arms, and they are. They're quite...
He was flexing, though. He gave a flex to the crowd after. I was not happy about that.
Because he's mental, and you need to be mental to play that position, he is able to keep his composure in scenarios where a normal human being shouldn't keep his composure. Yeah. And he's not doesn't like Nick Pope. You have to draw a keeper. You draw Nick Pope, right? He looks like a keeper, but he just hasn't got the mentality, and you
can't kick a ball.
I think that's a bit. You can't get, and I think that's part of it. And Jordan Pickford is nuts, but he's class. Yeah. What a save!
It was a great save. Great save. Great save. All right.
Wiz went fucking mental. It was class.
Was it?
My celebration after we tied it up 2-2, I went
voluminous
nuts.
In a quiet place.
Was he off his seat before he'd saved it?
Oh, and just spouting, he was singing.
Did you scare the baby?
He always scares the baby, but like
I was doing a great job with the baby.
You were doing a great job. You were doing a great some peekaboo. Yeah. No, he was great. Legend. He was, but no, he was giving it the bifters, and then it was class. Lovely afternoon.
You know what though? It was a fun game to watch.
And guess what? It was free. Didn't pay for nothing. Anyway, what's the next game?
Did you hang around for Leeds Man City?
I did. Yeah.
Have you seen that miss at 3 minutes? Like Leeds, I thought Leeds played really, really well.
Yeah.
Like that miss on 3 minutes, Calvert-Lewin's just got to be like, because they played well, and City, no, like Leeds is a hard place to play. That stadium is mental, full of absolute lunatics. I mean, especially when they paused for Ramadan and they started booing, and you're just like, oh my God!
We did hear that. We did. You
got to be a special kind of mental to do that, like, haven't you? Like, come on, lads. And then you've got all the Muppets online going, this is an English Christian country, and you're like, oh, all right, lads, just wind your neck in, will you?
Everyone does that for Ramadan.
It's just so funny, like the way that it works. But City again, was it Semenyo again? This guy, it kills me. Like,
but I guess Holland, I don't. That was kind of interesting.
Well, I'm sure everyone had him as the fantasy football captain, didn't he? Or so, everyone's got him fantasy football, but all of a sudden he's not there.
He wasn't even in the team.
But no. And then Sunday
they're resting him for Real Madrid.
Yeah, Sunday was 4-2-1 home wins. The first one being Brighton 2, Forest 1. Forest, I'm telling you, if West Ham are missing a trick here, they just can't get out their own way because Forest are imploding, aren't they? They're just not. They're not getting it done.
Yeah, they haven't got that boost at all from him either. They look just totally toothless up front.
And the West Ham have missed opportunities. Like obviously they missed the big one last week against Bournemouth, which would have put them level with Forest. But Spurs now as well. They lost 2-1 against Fulham.
What's going on there? Something's happened.
Well, you know, right, okay, and I know this is not the excuse, but they have a ton of injuries. Like the other day they played
Gary,
with, like,
look at their starting 11.
I don't disagree with you, but
The teams that are around with the lads they've got on the team, they've got Richarlison coming off the bench. He cost 70 million, something stupid like that. Like, I get it, they've got some kids in there. That Gray kid looks terrified of life, but like...
And he's good, him, as well.
He would be. Yeah, he would be.
But he can't be but this is the point, though. Like, if you've got a team of 24 players and you're down to 13, and now you've probably got to bring kids into training, is it that much of a challenge for a start? And then all of a sudden you've got a new manager. My thought is what's going to happen to them in the Champions League, because Thomas Frank got them to 4th in that Champions League table. Now he's gone. What's going to happen?
I'd fuck it off. I'd drop.
You might have no choice. They might get fucked off by default. You don't know.
But like, who's the lad they've got? I forget his name. He's got the goatee.
They're gonna get dog walked by Atletico Madrid.
Dragusin.
Yeah, he is shocking.
Oh, there's some honking players in that team.
But he's not a kid, is he? He's not a kid. He's a grown-ass man. So I'm saying, I don't think it's fair
I'm
saying
on about,
the kids.
like, no, but the kids in training is what I'm on about. Like, you can't train with 13 players. So I'm sure they've got the kids in training, so there's not much of a challenge. And then these lads are like, I'll go and play.
They've been playing football their whole life. Like,
But some footballers are absolute knobheads. Like, footballers don't think like me or you. They don't think like, this is ace, I'm going to play footy again. Some of them are just they're there for the money, or they're there for whatever. Some footballers hate football, but they're good at it, so they play. There's no motivation to do anything, to play in a lovely stadium with lovely stuff. And I still think they'll stay up, but they're just the club's a mess. They finished 17th last season, and
I know.
How about shout out to Harry Wilson getting a goal and an assist.
He's flying him. He's flying. He still hasn't signed a contract yet, has he?
Nope.
He's waiting for the manager.
Well, yeah,
he's waiting for the manager to sign. I think that's such a big thing now, because you watch how competitive the league is. If you go to a club with a shit manager, you're fucked. You're saddling up to that ship, right? And yeah, Tottenham's mad. I just think that the injury thing isn't. It's too much of an out for them. They've got enough quality there. There's something going on. There's something going on. There has to be. Do you see that clip where the new manager Tudor's going to Van der Ven? He's going, get up. And he just looks at him as if to say, fuck off, and then just stays where he is. And then he turns around to his coach.
They kind of did the same thing with Thomas Frank, too.
Did they? Just weren't asked.
They just weren't listening to him.
Yeah. Who knows? Only time will tell. Well, they're running out of games. There's 10 games left.
Yeah.
All right. Man United 2, Palace 1. Sesko's got 6 goals in 7 games.
Did he start it this weekend?
He did start this week, yes.
And looks good as well.
Deserved it.
Yeah. Another one that slipped through the old Newcastle net.
It didn't even come close to your net, so. Where were you guys? Where were you guys when all these strikers were available?
Too busy buying Barry, who scored against you at the weekend.
Yeah, his backside scored.
If you'd let Isak go earlier and just accepted it instead of trying to get an extra 73 cents on the dollar, then you would have literally just been fucking.
Well, we didn't try to. We got the extra 73 cents.
Good. And how's that saving you?
We'll find out next year.
Yeah, we'll find out.
Yeah, exactly. So will we.
Yeah, but you could have got Ekatiki or Sesko. But no, Man United are flying. Newcastle are shit.
Thoughts on the red card?
It breaks me heart, but it's the rules, isn't it? It is though. There's been standards set where if you even suggest to pull him back, it's weak as fuck. But yeah.
Did you see the Tyler Adams one on Saturday at Bournemouth?
No.
Where he's gone. It's another one again. You know those forceful tackles where he gets the ball, but then goes right through him and he's got his studs up. And it went to VAR and he didn't get sent off. But you've seen it in other games where he's got sent off again. And you just wonder, again, we can talk about VAR all day, can't we? But like, it's just another one of those things where it's a pain in the arse. Speaking of things that are a pain in the arse, Arsenal won again, 2-1 against Chelsea, and we've got a little theme after this. But like, I was happy when Chelsea scored the goal because they should have had a penalty about 5 seconds before it. Declan Rice, what was that? What was you said? Declan Rice had him in a full Nelson.
Full Nelson, elbow
and his
up.
arms up here, and he doesn't get given.
The stuff on corners at the minute is mad.
Well, that's what. It's funny you say that, mate, because that's our next thing. But if if you, I don't know, it's just frustrating, isn't it? The corner stuff is bonkers, and Arsenal are just still winning, but again, running out of games. It's going to come, it really is going to come down to that Man City Arsenal game, innit, in a couple of weeks. Because I can't see City losing. Arsenal are going to keep going. But again, there's another team that have got a big bearing on it. Who've they got this week, Arsenal? Brighton away. Probably not going to get
one
nothing
thing
there.
that I read that, I don't know if you guys heard, but someone said that Neto didn't know he had a yellow card.
That's on him,
Because
isn't it?
remember, he got one of those stupid yellow cards where I think he ran into Raya when he was trying to throw, trying to, get a quick one. Like he made a save on a corner and tried to get a quick pass out, and I think he ran into him. But I don't know if he knew he got a yellow card on that. So he's claiming that he had no idea he was on a yellow. So when he made that stupid foul on Martinelli, which I will give credit to Arteta, that was a great sub. He got Trossard out. He knew Neto was on a yellow card. He's like, we're just gonna run Martinelli. This guy will make a mistake at some point, and he did, and it cost.
I'll tell you what though, that ref's had a nightmare. Did you watch it? How many times could he have just let it go, let the play go? There was one where
he's terrible.
Raya, I mean, listen, stopping Arsenal from scoring so great, but he's gone. Raya's gone to play it. Someone stood in front of him, and he's going to blow the whistle. Raya's thrown it out, and Arsenal were 4-on-2. Breaking at pace, and he's got no, bring it back. He did it about 3 or 4 times. Like that's something where, I mean, you would hope he's going to get, some sort of
slap on the wrist
development.
Even the foul on Martinelli, he got back up and he was about to go, like he was. But right I think
that was another one. I think because he had to send him off.
Yeah,
that's probably why he did it. Right, he had to stop it then because it's going to be a red card. But the other ones are just, let the game go. But it's one of those things over here, like for the lads lads in footy over here, it's like, let the boys play. Like all the parents always scream that, let the boys play.
They should though, and some refs I've seen recently have been doing a good job of it. But then you get the other end of the spectrum and you kind of notice it a little bit more, because I think in general the consensus is to let them play.
Well,
so
yeah. We've talked about it though, haven't we? We've talked about referees letting the play go because they know worst case scenario it's going to get pulled. They've got that backing. Yeah. Whereas the other day, he was all over. Unless he just said that. Okay, give me a sec. I'll see if it's on my little computer. But I know,
it'll be on there, yeah.
Definitely should be, shouldn't it? Where is it?
Arsenal's so good on set pieces. They're
do you know what?
It's the other team too.
Yeah. It's not on. It's not on my little thing. But yeah, rubbish. Yeah. Another one on refs. Soz Wiz's dad again.
Slated.
I know. All right, so let's do that then. Let's talk about that, because this was on the BBC website again today. Yeah. This corner chaos thing. I mean, ironically, Liverpool lead the league now in goals off corners. Especially Liverpool have scored more goals since
this
Christmas.
Year.
Than any other team in 2026 than any other team.
How many's Van Dijk on now? Van Dijk must be on 5 or 6 or something.
He's got he's on a few, isn't he? But it's just fucking mad though. Like you were saying before, what was that thing you were talking about before? About the Royal Rumble stuff?
Oh yeah, it's like I've seen some clips going around where it's like when there's like 30 wrestlers in the ring fighting at the same time. It's like, this is Arsenal when they take a corner.
Like we've got to post it as well, because there's one Everton Man United the other day. Tarkowski literally gets Euro and just goes, have some of that, and just whacks him into the goal.
We're bad for it, but it's a loophole at the minute because they're not really officiating it particularly well, so people are taking the piss out of it. And all Arsenal do, they do it like it's like American football, or it's like a screen in basketball. They have someone run across and block the keeper or block the marking defender, and someone comes across, and they're using the chaos to free somebody up at some point.
And you think this is another... Moyes said this as well, didn't he, after one of the games? He's like, the refs do not want to get involved because it's going to turn into one of those, isn't it? Well, he did this and he did that, and then, well, this happened, and then this happened. And,
what is the rule? What's a foul during a pre-corner? I couldn't tell you.
Surely if you're blocking a man, like not blocking a man, because that sort of stuff's been going on for years, but there's like the Declan Rice one, how is that not a foul? He's literally on top of him, stopping him from playing.
Yeah, like stopping him from jumping.
Yeah, stopping him from jumping. Like, and you kind of teach kids that as well. Like, if you're a little fella, don't let him get a run. So, like, if you don't let him get a run, then they can't jump. So it doesn't have to be big for big, but like if you've and that's different because all you're doing is just in his space blocking him. But if you've got your hands on him and you're holding him down or you're pulling him down or something, I don't understand. But I think there's that much of it. There's probably about 5 or 6 fouls going on, so the ref's just like go for it. Unless someone gets sparked out, they're just going to let it go.
That lack of definition of what a free kick is in that scenario is going to be a massive factor in why Arsenal have got a good shot to win the league, because they're kind of living in that little grey area now in corners and playing these little tactics and coming through. But all they're doing by running across is blocking people. That's all.
27% of goals in the Premier League this year are on set
That's
pieces.
the highest. That's the highest number in Europe. That 27% of goals. So
Hey, your
one in
lad had a
4.
pop at it as well, didn't he? Slot. He had a little go saying it's boring. Like he won't watch the Prem. He said he's.
Yeah,
What
the
a
guy's
mad
taking
thing
the
to
most
say.
advantage of it.
Yeah.
Probably
What
saved
a
his
mad
job.
thing to say.
Well,
Yeah.
if you watch the Liverpool corner, I don't know if there's as much grappling on the Liverpool ones. It seems every time I don't know. You might be. I might be wrong.
Do you see Joey Gomez at West Ham? That West Ham keeper's shite, by the way. He took Leicester down, and they paid 20 million to get him back, and he's going to take them down. But Joey Gomez just stood there, and all the lad did was try to get the ref's attention. Instead of like moving out the way or changing his position, he just, and then, a bit of chaos, and there was another goal. But yeah, I wouldn't say yours is that blatant. We're bad. Arsenal are bad.
Like literally packing the box now. And it's like 8 players on the keeper.
Oh, they got one guy who's just gonna punch the keeper in the stomach. Right.
To be fair, and here's the thing as well, though. Like having tried to do that in certain games with coaching and stuff, you've still got to have the delivery, and some of the deliveries are brilliant. Like the delivery for Liverpool's on Saturday, and then the delivery for was it Timber that scored the second one for Arsenal?
Well, they got
Yeah,
Declan Rice and
second
Saka
one.
with their delivery. It's like those are the 2 guys taking corners for England most likely.
Yeah.
Who's
So,
taking them
like-
for you, Gary? Soboslai?
No, Salah took the one on Saturday. So,
But he's
I mean,
taking
again,
he's taking the right-footed ones though, right?
yeah, and then it'll be Soboslai on the other side. But still,
That
I
was
mean,
one thing about the Newcastle game. We had about 4 corners in a row where the first defender on the front post just headed it away. Like it was even like we had Elanga taking corners. It's like, what are we doing?
If you've
Sorry.
got Dan Burn playing for you, how the hell are you not winning every header?
And Voltamata and Malik Thiaw, who's 6'3", 6'4". Like we got and Joe Linton 6'2". Like
Brandwaite and Tartovsky were like, in you go there, lads. Here you go. Yep. Here you go.
Yeah, okay.
Have a little seat there. Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
Voltamadi, he's getting some stick now, Voltamadi.
yeah, I think it's
Shearer's on him.
You know what it is though? I think he's an easy target. Like there's so many problems. Like look at Pope. I think Gordon has probably been the most underperforming player this season outside of the Champions League games where he seems to step his game up there. But in the league, like he hasn't had a non-penalty goal in probably the last few months.
But who's
Like,
playing well outside of Bruno? Who's playing well?
Tonali, I'd say is
Yeah.
I mean he's still a really really class player. I like the Malik Thiaw kid who we got from AC Milan. I think he's had a great season. But other than that, the wingers have been very disappointing.
Weak, yeah.
Vissa has brought nothing to the table after scoring 18 goals for Brentford last year. They replaced him just as easily. That now they've got another guy who's probably already netted 18 himself and it's just frustrating. But yeah, I mean, listen, you know what it is though? Like as much as people hate it, it's almost like you get to the end of these games, it's like anything can happen on one of these corners. And it's just, you know what? It's like no team is out of it. It's like just get us to a corner and we've got a shot. And I think that sometimes that mentality at the end of games, it's like, hey, let's just try and get some corners. Let's try and get some opportunities. Like I think teams see that it's definitely a great tactical choice. I just hate that Arsenal coach, that set piece coach. Oh, it's almost like he's the one out there doing it.
I can't
And
stand
it's like,
specialist coaches are a nightmare, aren't they?
I can't
At least the one at
stand
Villa.
him.
At
I
least
to
the
say
one,
that.
But at least
The guy with the long hair.
Yeah, but
They
at
like
least
him? They seem to like him?
At least him, like, you know, it's not like he's looking for the attention. He's there. They just zoom in on him. He's usually sat on the bench on his little iPad. Whereas the one at Arsenal, this happens all the time.
He's like
These
Mourinho
coaches
out
riding
there.
coattails. It's ridiculous. All right, I've got one for you. We're going to move on because we're pressed for time a little bit. But
One last thing, big shout out Danny Welbeck. I also texted the group. Danny Welbeck's going to score.
didn't go in the predictions. Did it go in the predictions? Did it go in
No.
the? The official Wizards Weekly week. Of course it didn't.
No,
Obviously
we're
it didn't.
gonna rethink the predictions this week. I got to stop just choosing the Saturday morning games.
Yeah, you've got to give yourself a bit of time, mate. Just see what the weather's like before you start picking random games.
Yeah.
All right, okay. Here's one for you. So we've got the Monday night. We had a new entry into the predictions this week.
Who?
So our boy Sal came in week
Where's
one,
Sal?
got 5 right, went straight to the top.
Wait.
I got 2 right and dropped again. And then Reese, fair play to Reese, got to give him a shout. I think he got 5 right this week. So he's jumped up a little bit as well. So
Yeah, you're starting to make the pod look a little bad there. I mean,
mate, I'm just mid-table. I'm just trying to make everyone feel all right.
the Newcastle of this table.
Yeah, I'm Villa. I am the Villa of this. I'm dropping down a little bit. I was looking good. I was flying at the beginning. Now I'm struggle bus.
Well played, Sal.
Yeah, he's done all right there, Sal, hasn't he? Bless
Hey,
him.
let's see if Sal can show up 2 weeks in a row. Let's see.
Well,
if he
that's
can do
it.
it.
See, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got to get at least a minimum of like 5 or 6
Yeah, he shouldn't
predictions
even
before he can be
on the
considered.
score- Shouldn't even be on the score.
We welcome
Right,
people.
We welcome you,
Yeah.
and if anyone, listen, we'll put our predictions up, and the post will go up tonight because it's a quick turnaround. Put your comments in. You never know. Who knows what you win at the end of the season? I don't even know if we know, but it'll be there. All right, okay. So
God, quick
Please have him, mate.
turnaround. Quick turnaround.
it really is. It really is a quick turnaround. Okay.
I tell you what, though, we get a win against United this week.
No, we'll see. We'll see how that looks. All right, okay.
Shoulda, woulda,
Bournemouth,
coulda.
Brentford.
Go on.
Bournemouth, Brentford tomorrow.
At Bournemouth.
At Bournemouth.
Ooh, I'm gonna go draw.
Oh wow, I'm going
Brentford. Brentford.
Okay. The Ev at Burnley. My dad's first game at the Hill Dickinson tomorrow, so I'm going for
Oh,
the Ev.
I don't like that.
Why?
What's he doing there?
Well,
He's a red,
got-
isn't he?
No. He's a
Blue. Yeah, that fella's a blue.
Yeah, I told you that. Split family, innit? If you'd have listened back to one of the first episodes we ever did.
True. Ev, obviously. Burnley, 3 easy ones. 7th place, nice and easy. Next.
I'm gonna go draw.
Shit,
Yeah,
bad.
'cause you-
All right, okay. You know, ruined my dad's night. Nice one. The poor fella's
Yeah, nice
just turned
one.
75. He's had a hard enough run watching Everton the last 30 years. All right, okay.
Listen, I'm mad.
Full head of hair is that fella. Full head.
He does actually, yeah. 1995. He was at Wembley in 1995, for the record. It was the last time Everton won a trophy.
Yeah,
All right,
you know,
okay.
yeah.
And you might have won Jeopardy, but you're not won fuck all since 1995, son. So have your pint and enjoy it. All right, okay.
Fire in the mouth.
Hang on. I think this might be a good. It might be a good
No
time
one's
to just
safe.
say that. Got an opinion?
Spicy
All right,
tonight.
okay. Leeds are home to Sunderland. I'm going Leeds.
Leeds.
Super Leeds. Yeah.
Leeds.
I'm gonna go Leeds.
Nice. All right. Wolves at home to Liverpool. I'm going Liverpool. I have to.
Draw.
Nah, Liverpool. I think you'll do it.
I gotta
All right.
get some winners.
Villa
regret
Chelsea
that
might be
one.
the game of the week. This. I'm going draw. Game of the week draw. High
Chelsea.
scoring draw.
I'm gonna go
Yeah.
Villa.
Villa.
Villa
all
haven't got
right.
any midfielders.
Brighton against Arsenal.
Draw.
I'm gonna go
I'm going
Arsenal,
Arsenal.
but Danny Welbeck will score.
2-1.
What'd you go for?
I'm going
You'll
Arsenal.
go.
Arsenal. Fulham against West Ham. Big game this. I'm going draw.
Fulham.
I think West Ham needs something.
I know, but Fulham's good and they're
they
at
look
home.
so shit. I think they've got to get a draw. They've got to get something. Nah, draw. West Ham win. Come on, Lou.
He's
Support the
right.
Greek. He needs it.
Okay, yeah, he does. All right, okay. Who's his Greek team, by the way?
Oh,
Does he have
man's
one?
asked. No,
Come
probably.
on, I've been watching Greek football. John Joe Kenny plays for
Olympiacos?
PAOK. You got to watch. I'm a PAOK fan. John Joe Kenny plays for PAOK. You need to be a PAOK fan. And Greg Taylor as well from Celtic. All right, okay. Man City home to Forest. Has to be Man City.
Yep.
Yes.
Whereas I've already wrote you in. Yeah, okay. Newcastle against Man United. Newcastle have to win one of these games. They've lost the last 3 at home. I'm going Newcastle.
Manchester United.
Wow.
All right, last game on Thursday. Tottenham at home to Palace. Tottenham, I'm going for Tottenham. This is massive, this game.
Draw.
What?
Draw. 0-0. It's gonna be ugly.
No, I think Spurs win 2-0.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Spurs. It's just because they have to. There's like Palace at home. Palace are in no man's land. Like you have to.
All right, that's us. Just before you go, just remember, pay your bar tabs. Don't be a minge bag. Thanks for tuning in.
I'm clear on my good name.
If you want to,
I think we should go back and look at the text from February 1st. Like, I think you were clearly there.
Listen, honestly, I've got to. Yeah, listen. Well, you know what I'll do? Just before we leave, I'll ping it up. I'll ping it up on the screen. There it is. There it is. It's got his name on it. What can possibly go wrong?
Thank you for a lovely show, lads. It was great catching up. I hope everyone's good. Please tip your bartenders.
Pleasure. Tip your bartenders. Have a good week, and we'll speak to you next Monday.
Shit.
Picks up your dog shit as well. All right, lads. Nice one.
And the bags.
And the bags. Yeah.
Got to specify with these people.
All right,
Later, guys.
Peace.
Later.
I'm gonna wait for the upload.